You know, there are moments when you realize just how different your partner sees the world compared to you. This morning was one of those moments. A moment that left me questioning if I had crossed a line or if I was simply being a concerned mother. My name is Clara, and I'm a 38-year-old mom to a spirited little boy named Ethan. Ethan is 2 years old, and he's at that stage where curiosity is driving him to explore everything. Every table, every counter, every clearance within his reach. It all seems to scream, "Grab me!" My husband, Derek, who is 38 as well, often leaves the kitchen cluttered with sharp objects or heavy glassware, not thinking about the fact that our son could easily topple them. This morning, after noticing the obsession with grabbing everything, I had a mini meltdown. It was after I found not one, but 3 knives perched precariously on the edge of our kitchen counter, courtesy of my well-meaning but rather forgetful husband. After pushing them to the back for what felt like the 100th time, my patience wore thin. I took a deep breath and told Derek, "We need to make sure these things are out of reach. It's not safe for Ethan, you know." What greeted me was an immediate defensive wall. "I didn't put them there. They were already there," he snapped back, almost like an automated response. I felt my heart race. Wasn't the point more important than the blame? "Derek," I tried to explain, "even if you didn't put the scissors on the edge, if you see sharp things within our son's reach, can't we just move them? Safety first?" But he wouldn't have it. "I know, but I'm just saying that I didn't put them there." The conversation went in circles like a carousel, and I was the only one dizzy by the ride. It felt like the issue at hand, our toddler's safety, was getting further buried under Derek's need to defend himself. I was frustrated and slightly defeated, and if I'm being honest, it made my blood boil. "Can you see what you're doing? You're just trying to prove that you're right. I'm not attacking you. I'm asking you to help create a safer space for Ethan." Derek crossed his arms, his jaw clenched tight. "Stop lecturing me, Clara. I don't like being lectured. You're talking to me like I'm a child." With those words echoing around the kitchen, I felt waves of anger, confusion, and pain wash over me. Why did he have to turn this into a personal attack? I'm sure so many other parents would have felt the weight of the burden I carried. I just wanted to protect our child. In that moment, the man I loved seemed to drift further away from me. It was like talking to a wall. I felt frustrated not just because he wasn't listening, but also because he wasn't acknowledging my concerns. I raised my voice a bit and then added, "Derek, I don't want to fight about this. I'm just worried. We can't afford to overlook safety, especially with Ethan always on the move like he's training for a tiny marathon." He seemed unfazed, returning to the sink, washing his hands as if nothing significant had happened. I was left standing there, feeling a mix of anger and despair, wondering if I had overreacted in trying to bring a serious issue to light. Am I the one in the wrong here? Did I handle it badly? When did parenting become this tug-of-war? A constant battle of responsibilities, with one person wanting to manage everything while the other shrugged things off, assuming they would take care of themselves. As I sat in silence, watching Ethan play with his blocks, I couldn't help but ponder what had just transpired. I really didn't want to seem like the crazy mom who jumps at every small potential danger, but how could I not? I genuinely care for our son's well-being. Isn't that enough reason to speak up? And here I am, reaching out to the online community, straddling the line between protecting my child and navigating the tension that seems to be brewing. AITA for bringing up a genuine concern about our child's safety. I know parenting is hard, and I love Derek, but why does it have to be so complicated? What would you have done differently? I'd love to hear your thoughts.